But as I have grown with Fantastic, oh my gosh, Alex Albaran has been with me the whole time. Alex is with us. He's in the house today. Hello, Alex. How are you?
Hey, Christy, good morning. How are you?
I could not be any better. I swear, I just wanted to bring you in today because I have to tell people about you, what you do, and who you are. And here you are. So get ready. I may say some embarrassing things.
Part of the family now, because you came to the wedding and I'm an
No, that is right.
honorary
Oh, it's time to change my name. No, I'm kidding. You're right. You're right. My gosh, though, I love meeting your family. So for you guys who are maybe new to the channel, Alex, I don't know, I want to call you my right-hand man, but that puts you down here. So the point being that Alex has been with me the whole time from the very beginning before I really even considered the YouTube channel. He was the one that encouraged me to get on and get started because people needed to hear this information. And Alex, you were super right. So Alex, tell me a little bit, or tell the audience here, what exactly got you into this position where you're not just helping some people to be successful. Your clientele, I mean, you're talking about a lot of successes happening. How did a guy, and you're a young man, how in the world did you come into this position? And tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Yeah, no, and thanks for all the kind words. And, Christy's an amazing client, and that's a great segue because I would say my success and a lot of my clients' success is hunger and a long-term perspective. I think nowadays a lot of people don't have both. They might have hunger, but they want to have hunger to get rich in 90 days. And I want to build a YouTube channel to 100,000 subscribers by June 2025, and it's May. Or people, they have a long-term view. They have big dreams and big goals, but they have very little hunger to do the actions required to make that a reality. So my successful clients have both. But also not every one of my clients is like a Christy or like other people where they come to me hungry, they want to grow, and they have a specific idea. A lot of people I speak with, they're very talented, they're driven, they want more freedom, they want to get out of the 9 to 5. And at the end of the day, with your finances, you have income and you have expenses. A lot of people focus on expenses, debt, budgeting, which is not a bad thing. But if you can also focus on potentially raising income through whatever means, ideally a business, and you can minimize expenses, that's how you get rich at the end of the day. So that's really, I started off with no income and, little expenses. And I said, okay, let me focus on making more because you can never get expenses to zero. Right. So people that, are all about let me pay off all my debt and pay off my house and pay off my kid's house, But if you don't have income, your taxes are still due, your insurance is still due. You want to take your kids to Disney or your grandkids, life's not going to stop. So you might as well focus on your income and building a business. But I started with at 18, no connections, no money. I wouldn't even say of course, confidence because I didn't know what I was doing. But I said, let me not just try. I'm committed to making this successful and I'm going to invest my time into it because I don't have money. I can't afford a coach. I can't get a mentor really. So I just said, I'm going to figure this out. And I've worked with, at least 1,200 clients. Some of them are like Christy. They're starting out. They have an amazing idea, but they need a step-by-step guide. They need execution on making that a reality. And other clients say, Alex, I want to leave my 9 to 5, or I want to retire sooner. Or I want to grow this business, but I have no idea what business I want to grow. And I have a program for that as well, where, newer clients now I'm recommending because with AI, that's the revolution. Just like the iPhone almost 20 years ago, AI is going to change everything. And every small business, even bigger businesses. I had my dad, he called a Greek place local to him. He was, of course, with me at our wedding. And he called this Greek restaurant and he did this and he put on speaker. It was a full AI agent taking his order over the phone. Yeah. And it sounded like a totally legitimate, she was making jokes. She was changing the sauces. And he was just showing me how I didn't even know AI could do that. And I'm in this business. And I'm saying that because businesses are going to need help with AI. Your local gym, your local restaurant, your even roofing companies, AI can follow up with leads. It can take orders. Instead of him hiring somebody, that Greek restaurant, for 50 grand a year, he can spend 500 bucks a month on this AI calling kind of feature to take orders over the phone. And you don't need to pay them benefits. They don't clock in, clock out. That can also take a dozen orders at a time. That's just one example. But of course, there's online tools. There's so many tools, and businesses are going to need help implementing all these different tools. And so this is kind of an opportunity where I would help people, because I've helped clients with this as well, kind of integrate not just AI, but of course, marketing and sales, and of course, AI as well, into a small business. And that's kind of an offer for people that they know they want to grow. Maybe AI is going to take their job, but they're like, I want to build a business, but I need a system. I don't really have like a fantastic finances idea. I don't have a specific show I want to do or a YouTube channel, but I know I want to grow a business. And so essentially it's helping small businesses with their marketing, with their website, but with their AI. So it's such a valuable thing that these businesses that are, again, they've been around for 30 years, they don't have time to learn the AI stuff. They don't have time to do all of this. And of course, that's, one specific offer I help, existing businesses grow. But that's something I'm excited about, because a lot of your audience who are amazing people, I've worked with many of them, and a lot of them do come not necessarily with a clear idea of, hey, I exactly want to do this business. And so owning a digital marketing kind of AI service, provider, it's one of the best businesses, in my opinion, you could start. If I had $0 today, or even not a lot, I would say I'm going to start this business, because your clients are all over the country. I've had clients worldwide. You don't really need employees, and, generating leads isn't that difficult because it's such a need. And of course, you can have AI kind of help provide the services and do your marketing. And so I've helped a few clients with it, but now I'm making like a real offer for people that, again, they're still going to have to put in the work. It's not totally done for you. Like, they're still going to have to learn the sales side, like learn everything I'm going to teach them, but it really is a step-by-step system. Whereas, again, other clients of mine, they have an existing idea. They really just need help with marketing their existing business. This is more a business opportunity that people can start from scratch.
Right. So someone had commented that the business is you, AI won't help you. That's a good thought, especially for older people like myself, because you are the business. So just because you have AI doing anything doesn't mean that you still don't need to stay on top of your game. You're really paying attention to what your clients want. I use AI for different things that I'm doing, but I can't imagine ever turning it over to where I have somebody automated talking to, the client that were to call in or whatever. We have a pizza place here in the area, and when you call there, it's AI. And I thought that was super. It's almost aggravating, though, because it's like, can I not just have a human being, please? But I
think
get
it's going
to
to be a world where it's really like those types of jobs, or like even in a big company like customer service, like it just as a business, why would you pay someone and they slip and fall, you have a lawsuit, you have benefits. Why would you do that if you could just have AI? AI doesn't sleep. It doesn't need health insurance. And I'm just saying that as a warning, not like a joke. Like, that small business used to pay someone to do that. That person now doesn't have a job. They don't have maybe skills that are marketable. So really moving into this AI world, it's going to be, do you know how to manage AI? Not that it's going to do everything, but if you know tools, how to manage it, the prompts, that's a skill. Of course, sales and marketing is always a skill. And what Christy teaches, finance. If you can have a business that kind of does all these things, or even some of them, that's a marketable skill.
Yeah. So I want to step away from that for a minute. I want to step away from, how you can help people with ideas and stuff like that with their business. What I kind of want to dig into is who you really are, because I feel like that, when I introduce you to the channel, which is not a lot anymore, we don't have a lot of videos together right now, but I want people to realize that when and if they were to hire you, or if they were to consider working with you, that we're not talking about somebody that you hire that hands you off to somebody else. Now, I think that's been the number one reason that I have completely enjoyed working with you now for going on 3 years. I can't believe how time has flown, but you are hands on, and I feel like that people need to hear that, because if, like, for example, I ordered it was an online course. It was a complete joke. I paid so much money for it. I want to strangle myself right now thinking about it. But the idea is I thought I got this coach and they were going to just lead me straight through this. And, I was going to pay them $8,000 for their time, and I was going to have done what I wanted to do. The online course would be set up, it'd be ready to go. And no, I mean, I got nothing but a list of things to do in a program. You know how I am. I hate using the computer anyway. But I had this list, and I'm talking page after page after page after page of things that I had to do. And of course, it's still sitting over there somewhere because I don't have time to do that. But with you, you didn't give me a list. You talked to me this many videos a week. You need to work on what your lighting looks like with your videos, what's your sound, where to get your cameras. So from the very get-go, every question that I have had business related, you were able to answer that. You were able to send me links and tell me, go here to purchase this, or go here to do this, or, even from setting up the website, the landing pages for everything that we do with the webinars and, the giveaway. Don't forget, guys, we have the giveaway going on that ends June the 1st. If you have not registered or entered to win for the cruise, cruise. It's going to be so exciting. So I want you guys to enter to win that. That's going to be in the video description here on YouTube. So feel free to go sign up for that. I hope that you win. I'm just going to say that. Whoever you are watching right now, I hope that you win the cruise.
I want you to continue, but that's about the course thing. I get that a lot as well. And it's just not set up for you to be successful or anybody watching, because you're just like you're saying, you're paying all this money and you want one-on-one support, but they're giving you just videos to watch and a list of tasks that are totally generic and not custom to you. Because like you're saying, with what I do, sometimes people say, oh, it's expensive, I can't afford that. I'm like, then go buy a course. You could buy 5 courses and do nothing with them. Whereas with me, I don't have a lot of clients. Like, it's one-on-one. So we text every day. A lot of my clients and we text every day, and I know every client's strengths and weaknesses. Like you're saying, maybe you're not into the computers, as you say, online stuff. So that's where with you, I'm not trying to make you a tech expert. I'd rather just do it for you and be like, oh, like with that thing, don't worry about it. Like, let me just do it because you could do what you do best. With other clients, they love tech, but they're bad at other things. So I'm like, okay, let me pick up the slack for them there. So it's the accountability. It's the kind of personalization that you're different than another client and they're different than you. So everybody needs a different perspective. But like you're saying, it's also focused on how do we push this forward and take action? Not, hey, here's the steps for you to do everything. Now go figure it out and have a great life. Because again, I think when people do something like with me, it kind of removes any excuse of them not being successful, because I'm like, hey, you paid me this money, or you're paying me this money. We're doing one-on-one calls. We have text support together. And I'm giving you like not difficult, simple action steps week by week. And that forces people to be like, well, who am I not to do them? He's not making it complex. And people think, oh, that means it's not real. Like, simple is easy. It's like, exactly. Anybody that really makes a lot of money, they're like, I want things simple. Like, let me do this. Once that's successful, I'll move on to the next thing. Then I'll move on to the next thing. Whereas people that love complexity, they have this whole business idea or plan, and it's so complex, they never do anything about it.
That's the idea, is you don't want to be overwhelmed with business, because some people like myself, you're coming out of a corporate position maybe, which means that not only are you working your job full time, but then you're coming home at night and you're working on your dream. I think that that is where you came in, was because you told me exactly what to do. And I still go back, because I tell my husband this all the time. When we first decided to give you a call. And it was so funny because I just like clicked the link, guys. I just clicked the link and, schedule a call. And so when I started talking to you, you were telling me, oh, yeah, this is great. You can do this and you're going to do that. And I'm like, this guy has way too much ambition for my life. He doesn't know who I am. So I told my husband, I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because, he's awfully young. And, I'm like, I just, I bought into too many things, and he's just another one. And for some reason, Scott, he really dug into what you were saying, and he's not even into business side, right? He's retired and he's taking a break, and he's like, I don't know. He's like, I think that he sounds pretty good. He said, I can read people pretty good, and I think he's good to go. And I'm like, I don't know. So I like put you off for a month, I know. And he told me one day, he said, okay, so you don't want to pay for him. I will. I'll pay. And I'm like, this is insane. And I'm like, now I can't disappoint my husband. So he literally, finished the deal with you, and we're in. I will be forever grateful that he did that, because had he not, I'm not sure I would have. And here we are, like I said, 2.5, 3 years in almost. It has been one of the best relationships. Like you said, coming on, it's like that you're part of the family. And you make us feel that way. I mean, you invite us down often to spend some time with you and your wife, and it's just like, it's been awesome, not just for the business, but just for the relationship. And that's why I wanted to bring you in here today, is to introduce you not just as an excellent partner, but you are a friend like none other. And I wish that people could understand, if they're looking for that person that's going to push them into their dream. And I keep saying dream because Fantastic was a dream for me. Not to have a YouTube channel. That's what's insane. I never even thought about a YouTube channel. I was thinking about helping people with their finances in my area. How could I boost that business to get more people to understand what the velocity banking is? But when we did the YouTube channel, and you kept saying, put it on there, because they need to hear this, they want to hear what you have to say, and me thinking you're crazy the whole time, people really jumped into the velocity banking. They really did not understand that, just like I didn't understand that. So I think that your encouragement pushing me into that was a great thing, but in every single area, from, like I said a minute ago, setting up the lighting in here, what the computer looks like, what do we need to do for the landing pages, how do we take payments when people do pay, I had no idea about any of that. And you set up everything. So people, I'm telling you, if you're looking for somebody to help you in business, whether you have one established or whether you're thinking about the dream of what you want to do with your life, let me pause here just a second to say that God gave us all a gift. We all have an imagination. And everybody watching this now or in the future, that you have something in your heart that you would love to do. And that's put there for a reason. And when you get into what you were put on this earth to do, what your purpose is, and helping people on this earth, that's when your joy is overwhelming. And it's exciting to jump up every day and do what you love to do. And you sometimes need somebody to help boost you there with that idea. Alex, you're just a conversation away. I mean, I'm going to have your link up so that people, and as a matter of fact, I'll put it in the chat right now, but you are just a conversation away. People can just ask a question. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm going to hire him. It's going to be, hey, let me have a conversation with him to see if he can help. Give me some ideas about other people that you're working with, Alex, because I feel like I'm your only client because we talk every day.
That's my job. That's how you know I'm doing my job. You know, well, it was funny at the wedding. You said a funny joke. With my vows to my wife, I was like, "Oh yeah, like you're my number one confidant and best friend." Then
Yeah.
Christy at the reception was like, "I thought that was me."
Yeah, I really did.
It's that's the thing with my clients. Again, it's a long-term relationship, and like you're saying, it's built into even more than like just a friendship. Like I feel like yeah, like it's deeper than that. And no, I appreciate, like you're saying, the last 3 years have gone by so quickly, and you've helped so many people, and you're going to keep growing well beyond even 1 million subscribers and everything
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. But I have a client, Isaiah Grant. He's a great guy. He started with me. He was in that digital marketing program that I worked with clients over the last few years in it. It was just another thing I offered if they were specifically looking for that, because that's kind of the business that I've been in, like digital marketing, consulting. So people would just be like, hey, I want to do what you do, so teach me how to do that. And he's he has a wife, faith-based guy, but he started with me at basically zero, you know, and he just didn't really have clarity on what he wanted to do. He knew he wanted to grow a business, and
Right.
so he kind of just was like, let me license your business, let me kind of license what you're doing. And he's a longtime client. I've been working with him since like maybe 2019. Now he has a 7-figure business. So a little bit, the student has become the teacher. I'm like, he's teaching me things. I'm like, I didn't teach you that, you know? He
Right.
started with me again at zero, and he has a digital marketing, you know, business. And of course, to make $1 million in business, and any business is not typical. Again, he's a success story, and Christy is a success story. But again, most people in business, the stats are however many fail in 10 years. It's really not because of really not anything to do with like their system or the business. It's usually a lack of just hunger long term. And of course, usually it's a lack of marketing. And so that's essentially it. He's a success story, and Christy is a success story. But again, most people in business, the stats are however many fail in 10 years. It's really not because of really not anything to do with like their system or the business. It's usually a lack of just hunger long term. And of course, usually it's a lack of marketing. And so that's essentially it.
I'm getting an echo here all of a sudden. What did I do? I've got you up double somewhere. No, I was pulling up. Hold on a second.
Lack of just hunger.
Well, at least they're getting to hear it twice.
That's how you guys know this is live.
All right, hold on just a second. Let me get out of this because I was putting this in here so that people can get your link.
And I'll just tell people it's
okay. Are we good?
alexalbaran.com/fantastic. Yeah, I'm sure Christy will put the link. But yeah, no, it's a free consultation. You can have a call with me, and trust me, I'll tell you, hey, this is like not the right time or not the right fit, but here's some advice, or hey, I think I can actually help you achieve your targets. And so no, I love working with people that are, you know, fantastic kind of followers and fans, because, you know, birds of a feather flock together. So anybody that watches Christy and is associated with her, they have a certain energy, and I think we all just get along together. And so yeah, I appreciate just you hopping on this video with me, Christy, and for the kind words. And I'm so glad we got to hang out last week, and I'm sure we'll see each other soon.
I know. I'm super excited about just, you know, what the future holds. And like you said, Fantastic's going to do great with or without YouTube, but it's going to be great because you have helped me set up a base, a foundation for this business that I mean, you know, once you know how to do something, then you can do it over and over again, and it doesn't necessarily mean for that same business. So I will be forever grateful to you because, like I said, you've changed the way I look at business. You've taught me so much. Oh my gosh, I have learned so much about setting up business, you know, what you need to run the business, what that looks like with equipment and everything else. And guys, I'm telling you, give him a conversation anyway, and let's see if he can't really give you explosive ideas that you were not even aware of. I know I wasn't. I know that, Alex, I talk to you every day with an idea. Am I lying? I mean, every day I'll send him a text and I'll be like, hey, what do you think about this, or this? And then you give me the feedback from contracts. We were talking today about what it looks like if you're a lender to individuals. I mean, just everything. You're the smartest person I personally know.
Appreciate it. Just because, I mean, I've been in business for almost a decade, which isn't an incredibly long time, but I've worked with so many clients, and when I work with them, I get in their business. So I've worked with, I mean, mortgage brokers and realtors and lawyers. So it doesn't make me an expert in that field, but I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what my client said that one time. So it's given me a bit of a diverse
Yeah.
experience. But no, you're a 6 star, not even a 5 star, 6 star, friend, relationship, and client. And yeah, you make my job easy. So I thank you for just having me on. And yeah, I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you, and I can't wait until we see you again. So thank you so much, though, for taking some time to come on here, letting me kind of pet on you a little bit, because I just feel like that everybody, just like Velocity Banking, I feel like they deserve to know. They deserve to know that there are people in this world that really care what their dream is and helping them build it, whatever that means. So thank you so much, Alex, for who you are. I will love you forever for what you've done for me and for my family. And, guys, he's here. He is A plus. I wish you had a BBB, Alex, so we could have it online to show everybody. But he is.
I'm fantastic. My fantastic score is A+. I'll take that any day.
That's right, A plus plus. So, guys, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Alex and I are going to sign off now. And you know what? Stay encouraged, because you are going to accomplish things that you never thought was possible if you dig in and you find the right people like Alex here to help you and work with you. And he's an encourager, and I'm an encourager, and I want you all to be encouraged and to know that it only gets better from here. So you all have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.